Luke Saville joins us right now on the first serve to discuss his great start, him and Max Purcell's great start to the Roland Garros 2021 tournament. Thanks for your time, Luke.
Thanks, Josh. Thanks for having me.
Now, you're through to the third round. Let's talk about the first two rounds because you and Max have had a really strong start to this tournament. You must be wrapped with how you've started.
Yeah, very thrilled. We obviously saved 3 match points first round, so that was a very hairy situation there in that third set tie break against a wild card pair that were really feeding off the crowd's energy here at the French Open. So very thrilled to get through that. We thought we played pretty well there to get out of that one, and then yesterday sort of down a set, and then a nice sort of tactical change we initiated from Maxi, which really switched that match on its head, and we won those the second and third set fairly convincingly. So very thrilled to be in the third round. We've got a day off today, so we're gonna soak in the atmosphere. The weather's a little dodgy today, so it doesn't really affect us too much. But we're going to hit for an hour and then get around a few of the Aussies that are playing, and then we'll rip in again tomorrow.
Let's go back to that first round match. I was out there. I think it was court 4, and you're right. There were 2 Frenchmen, 2 locals, and there isn't a lot of support here that aren't French. But one of them serves the ball extremely quick. I think he's got one of the fastest serves ever recorded on the ATP tour. What was it like returning against him?
It was tricky. Olivetti, he's got one of the biggest serves on tour. Just sort of throws it up and smacks it and hopes for the best. And a lot were going in those second and third sets, so it was quite difficult to break him there. But like you said, there was a lot of support for them. Not much for us, but a handful of Aussies came out and helped us get over the line. And I feel like Maxi and I have lost our fair share of those really, really tight ones. So to squeak out of that one was obviously very crucial because, we sort of played better again yesterday. And then hopefully we can use that. A lot of the time you look at tournaments that people have done well in and, they've sort of squeaked out of a very close one in the early rounds. So hopefully that can sort of be the same situation for us.
You and Max had that phenomenal run at the Australian Open 18 months ago. What's it like winning matches away from home and at a place like Paris, which is quite difficult, especially for Australians on clay?
It's very pleasing. I've been playing on the tour for 3 months this year. I've been sort of grinding away from Australia. So my results have been okay, but without being fantastic. So this is a nice one to win a couple of rounds here, but by no means do we feel like we're finished. Like you mentioned, we've got a tough match next round against number 2 seeds. Gabelich and Farah, the number 1 seeds are out now. So I guess they're probably the next favourites. But, if we can bring the same sort of level that we did yesterday, I don't see why we can't give these guys a good shake.
Let's talk about Gabelich and Farah. You two haven't met them before, but how do you prepare for a match when you haven't played a pair before?
I think, I've watched a little bit of Vision this morning and I'll do a little bit more this afternoon. But we've watched enough of them in the past on TV. And I think yesterday was a great example of just being ready to adapt and change what you're doing out there, sort of feel the match in the moment. And I think that was a great thing. That's definitely a strength of Maxi's. He can see the game very well, very clearly. And without that change yesterday, I think we probably go down. So I think, you sort of feel them out in the first few games and then you go from there. You see what's going to work, what's going to unsettle them, and you commit with that and, they'll do exactly the same thing to us. So it's going to be a battle of inches, which is doubles. And, we'll go out there, bring a good energy, good level, and hopefully, we give it a good crack.
Let's change course a little bit. The mullet's looking fantastic in the Paris sun. Tell us about it.
It's definitely getting a little bit of attention. That's for sure. A few of the Americans and Europeans have never seen anything like it. So, I've sort of had it when I was a bit younger. I've never grown it this far. I like my golf. Cam Smith, the Aussie, he's one of my fans. So he's got the mullet going, and obviously a few of the Aussie tennis, Aussie AFL footballers have got the mullet as well. So it's just kind of, I'm over here in Europe, grinding a little bit. It's a bit of fun, bit of a joke, really. But I think Dasha, she doesn't mind it as well, my fiance. So, but I'll probably have to cut it for the wedding end of the year, I think.
Last one for you. Let's talk about Max. I've watched both of your matches, and he's really polite on court, and in the way he just deals with linesmen, ball kids. What's he like?
Maxi, yeah, it's yeah, he can be like that. He's a funny one. He's a great mate of mine. A few years younger. He keeps to himself a fair bit off the court, but we get along very well. We've been playing for quite a few years now, and we really started this journey together. Both where we are now, sort of 40 in the world. So that's something special when you've come up the ranks with the one person. So there's that mutual respect. Great mates off the court. Obviously there's a lot of high pressure situations on court that can sort of test the friendship, but when you can sort of go off and be great mates again, I guess that's a testament to your relationship. So we enjoy each other's company, playing with each other, and hopefully we can for years to come.
Well, you're both really enjoyable to watch, and we really wish you all the best across this tournament going forward across the year. Thanks very much for your time on the First Serve, Luke.
Thanks, Josh. Thanks for having me. Cheers.